Shrikant and Shweta, twin brother and sisters, born on exact same date, but they chose two different professions. Shrikant became a biotechnologist. He studied MSc Biotechnology, and Shweta went for bachelor's in pharmacy. And both of them reached out to me via Pharmanica and Biotechnica, and they had one simple question: "Sir, what to become next? We finished our degree. It is very difficult to get a job in the industry. We are trying some scientist research positions, but everywhere they are saying you are a fresher, you won't get opportunity, and we are getting rejected. So tell us something sure shot which has a good future and it'll help us grow in our career also." So for Shrikant and Shweta and all our students and viewers and audience, here I am to talk about an unexplored profession which you all should be knowing about. And that obviously you must have seen from the title of this video, that is clinical data management. Now, let's start by talking about this medicine. So let's say this is the medicine, right? Now, this medicine reaches us, like you and me, only after a lot of research. So that part you know. But one part you don't know is, even if a scientist has made this medicine, it will not reach the market unless government gives approval. And government won't give approval unless this drug or this medicine is tested among sample set of people, and that we call it as clinical research. Now, most of you are aware of clinical research, I'm sure about, but one fact you are not aware about is all the clinical research leads to data generation. For example, this patient took this medicine at this time, and this was the adverse drug reaction observed, or this is the heartbeat, this is the ECG reflection. So all the vital data points for every patient. And remember, at any point in time, we are doing clinical research in like at least 10,000 people at the same time in different hospitals. So now what happens? You are forced to analyze all of that data. Now, clinical research associates are responsible to just coordinate. They're not responsible for managing the data. So somebody has to do that, right? And that's what I suggested Shrikant as well as Shweta. Now, both are, one is pharma professional, one is biotech professional. This is the beauty. You can get into this easily if you just learn the craft of CDM. Now, CDM is all about someone, a professional, who would ensure that the patient data is accurate. Somebody who will make sure that the data is complete and traceable, and there are no errors or inconsistencies identified, or even if it is found, it is resolved. Now, basically, a clinical data manager or a clinical data coordinator is someone who would be interfacing with the regulatory authorities. So he'll be someone whom the regulatory authorities will trust, because the trial results is the only proof which leads to a situation where a drug like this tablet will reach the market. Now, I always have told you in all my videos, do something which makes you valuable. Because if companies see value in you, they will pay you any amount of money. Now, what are you simplifying as a clinical data professional? Let us find out. So you are simplifying the data collection, data curation, data denoising, which is cleanup, and then data interpretation, and of course reporting. So this is where the entire process right now is now also being added up with AI as well. So I'll come to the AI part a little later. So you will be someone who will be setting up the study. You will be designing the case reports. You will be configuring the EDC systems. You will be preparing the data management plans, and then you will be collecting the data. You will be overseeing the data entry. Is it being entered correctly or not? So you will be overseeing all of that, and you will be ensuring protocol adherence and monitoring real-time data. Now, many of you will be like, "Sir, how and where the life science knowledge will be used here, or the pharma knowledge will be used?" See, the drug is pharma, and life science is what? The vital, the body, right? So that is why biotech, life science, and pharma professionals can easily get in here, because the pharma guy can observe the medicine and its adverse effect when they are taught pharmacology and human anatomy and physiology. The same with life science people, you are taught biochemistry, molecular biology, cell biology, all of that, molecular biology, all of that is of course body. So that is where your life science knowledge will be used, but the life science knowledge has to be now fused with the data side of it. And that is where some kind of training for clinical data management is important, and we always have Biotechnica's platform and Pharmanica's platform where we are going to conduct this. We always conduct these AI in CDM and clinical data management training programs. You can take that. If we look at the entire setup, data collection is very, very important, because if the data is not collected properly, the entire clinical trial fails. That is where you will come into picture. You're doing something so critical that the entire clinical trial will face one snap of a finger. So you have to make sure that the data is being collected in a right way, sane way, and then you will be doing the data cleaning and validation. So all the patient data which came, that okay, this patient had this adverse reaction, this patient was all normal, this patient had to go to ICU after this patient was very old, so we could not admit him in the clinical trials. So all that data has to be entered. So you will be writing, editing and checking the data. You'll be raising and resolving data queries. You'll be performing some kind of medical coding in MedDRA. Now MedDRA is a software for which of course training is available on Biotechnica and Pharmanica's platform. And then there's something called database lock which you'll be doing. So once the data is collated, reviewed, analyzed and it's denoised, means the mistakes are removed, now you log the database for statistical analysis, so nobody else can now change the data, right? So all of that you'll be doing. And then the last part, remember, this medicine has to reach the market, right? So before that, the regulatory compliance report has to be analyzed and created. So that you will be doing. You will be maintaining GCP, CDISC, 21 CFR, Part 11 compliance, and then you will be supporting in audits and inspection by FDA also. So this is about what is CDM. But now the question is, where exactly the money is? See, the money is when you become a CDM manager, not a CDM regular analyst. Initially, of course, as a fresher, you will start as an analyst. What I have seen is clinical data manager is actually a leadership position. So you get there after 3 to 5 years. Before 3 years, I have never seen. General is 5 years. So you would be then doing, you'll be planning strategy, you'll be handling people, you'll be handling teams, and you'll be handling delivery of the reports. Your responsibilities will be handling the entire CDM team, and it could be like hundreds of people. So imagine if the company is going to give you in charge of 100 people, they're going to pay you crores. And that is what happens with CDM managers as well as CDM analysts. So CDM is such a crucial process that no company wants to fail. So they will hire best candidates, okay, and analytical candidates, and they will give very good salary. The salary itself starts at 6 lakhs for freshers, and it goes up to 24 lakhs to 48 lakhs. In case of managers, it can go up to 96 lakhs per annum for CDM managers. Now, what is the career path you have to choose? See, you don't have to do anything out of the ordinary. Whatever you have done in your bachelor's or master's, stay there, hold on. After this, you have to take 3 months to 4 months of training with Biotechnica and Pharmanica. So what we have done here is, we observed this market gap that industry wants to hire life science and pharma professionals, but they don't have the training of CDM. So we started training students for training, and then we interacted with a lot of pharma companies and CROs, and they gave us some insights because now AI is coming. So the other day I spoke to the vice president of IQVIA, then I have spoken to the HR head of Parexel. All of them have told me this, that we are very much positive about talent of India in life sciences, and we are going to go into tier 2 and tier 3 cities and hospitals for clinical research. So there will be a huge demand for clinical research. So now the clinical trials are also changing very, very fast. AI is already replacing the traditional CDM role. So it is important that we don't just train you for CDM, we also train you for AI and CDM. And that's exactly what we are trying to do. Now, thousands of life science and pharmacy professionals are unaware of this. What they think is, okay, if I just have a life science degree or a pharma degree, I can get into research. There is so much crowd there, but here there is money, companies are struggling to hire, and we are providing you placement assistance. So that is where I want you to pause and look directly into the eyes of the companies and say, hey, look around, I am so valuable, I am a CDM professional, hire me. And that is where the industry is now moving towards AI. And today, certificates don't matter, degrees don't matter, skill set matter. And that is what we have done in Biotechnica is we have this AI in CDM training program, which is starting from 22nd of January. And this is in collaboration with Pharmanica scientists. Now, this particular program is tied up with some of our industry partners. So what we have done is we will be training you on EDC, we'll be training you on MedDRA, and we will be training you on AI in clinical trials, AI in CDM. You know, if you have this very good understanding of AI in clinical trials, if you have exposure of EDC, CDISC, SDTM and MedDRA, and if you have done a project with us, that's what I was about to tell you. If you do a project with us, with our CRO, that project counts as an experience. So when you will go to the industry, the reality check will be like, they'll be saying you are a fresher, and then you'll say, no, I'm not a fresher. I've done an internship in Biotechnica and here is my project report. So when you'll show that project report, they'll be impressed. They'll be like, wow, this is somebody whom I want to. And just a few months back, we placed 6 of our students in a US-based company, and it's a pharmaceutical company, and they have given work from home CDM jobs to our students, and the starting salary itself was 50,000 rupees per month. So Biotechnica and Pharmanica have collaborated to come up with the next version of this training. So it is not just CDM, we are coming up with AI in clinical data management, and this is not just a theory course, it is job-oriented, industry-driven, industry-recognized program with live projects. And this is starting from 22nd of January 2026. It is live classes along with recordings which will be provided after the class, and you will be doing a project after the training. So what will happen is we'll learn CDM from scratch to the advanced level, and then you will learn how to implement AI, ML and natural language processing in real clinical data sets. Of course, we'll be providing you that as well. And then you'll be working on 3 or 6 or 12 months of live industry projects, and everything is online. So you don't have to come here. Everything you can do online in our research project portal. And then you'll get a work experience letter from Biotechnica CRO and Pharmanica CRO. You will get a portfolio of recruiters where you should apply. And of course, Biotechnica and Pharmanica has a placement assistance. So 100% placement assistance will be provided. Soft skills training will be provided. And these are not dummy projects. These are industry recognized, industry grade problems which will give you and you will solve. Let's say, for example, AI based risk detection in clinical trials, or let's say AI driven data cleaning and query management. Now, these are all projects which we are running in Biotechnica and Pharmanica. MedDRA coding using AI, risk-based monitoring dashboards. Now, these are the projects which we have. And the best part is we are not just talking about a placement. We have proof of placement. 6 of our students got placed in a US-based company, work from home, 50,000 salary in CDM just a few months ago. You can check the details in the description, all of that. Now, the best part is our faculties are themselves real-world scientists who have worked, they are industry professionals, they have real-world experience of 10 plus years, and they have worked on clinical data management, pharmacovigilance, regulatory and EDC systems. They have trained thousands of professionals in TCS, Wipro, Accenture, and now they are going to train all of you. So the details about the course is given in the description. Now let's come back to our video and understand what exactly you can do with all of this. So you will start with a clinical data coordinator position, or a clinical data associate position, or a junior data manager position. Now this will be 0 to 2 years. After 2 years, once you have mastered your core skills, now what are the core skills? EDC systems, data validation, CDISC standards, medical coding such as MedDRA and WHO TD. And of course, soft skill training is also very much important. That will be provided free of cost by Biotechnica and Pharmanica. What do we do is you will be, after 2 years, now you become an advanced professional, advanced CDM professional. And what do you do here? Now, clinical data manager, that is it, where your designation now changes to a lead data manager or a clinical data manager. Hundreds of people will work under you in different hospitals, and you are sitting at one place, monitoring all of them, guiding all of them, and getting data and compiling reports. Now, this is where your job will be highly crucial, and with 6 to 10 years of experience, you would be commanding up to 96 lakhs salary also. And these are remote jobs or work from home jobs, as well as in office jobs, and these are computer based jobs. It's not like you're working in a lab for X amount of time. And the best part is it is now getting automated, so a lot of existing CDM professionals will be wiped out. If you are getting into the industry with AI plus CDM, you will be welcomed. So AI automation in CDM is happening. You would be if you start today, in the next 3 years, you will be a specialist. You will be the core of CDM in any company, and the salaries go explosive. And in fact, you can get global jobs also. The global roles start at $90,000, goes up to $300,000 salary. And my take here is it has great work-life balance. It has a lot of money and it never goes down. It is an evergreen field and it is a fixed job, not uncertain job like research. So if you are someone like Shrikant or Shweta who want to make a career in something certain, something growing, and something evergreen, then go for clinical data management. Details of our next batch, which is from 22nd of January, is given in the description. You can chat with me and our experts and get your doubts clarified. And in the meantime, I'll get busy making the next video. But don't forget to comment what are your questions, because those questions are going to fuel my next video. You are the center of Biotechnica and Pharmanica. Without you, we don't exist. So tell us what help you need and we will help you. All the best.